Good morning, ladies. Come on now. Howdy doody, meaty Udy. Let's get her up, get her going. Come on. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dalton. This is Armson Farms, the Footlong Farmer YouTube channel. We're dairy farmers in Western New York, Wyoming County to be specific. Today, we do have some hay cut that has to get picked up today because we got rain coming tomorrow. And that probably won't be ready till after lunch, just because of the cloudy, it's so cloudy out and it's cold. I mean, it's 41 degrees when I came in this morning. I bet it's not much colder now. So yeah, that's not excellent hay drying weather, but we had a small little teensy weensy little window. So we figured we'd try to get something done. Knock on wood, currently it looks like next week we will finally have our break in the weather, 80s and sun. All next week. According to the weatherman, that's right now, it'll probably change. But yeah, follow along. We'll see what we do. I don't know this morning if we're just gonna be trying to get some, extra little chore stuff done before we cut hay, or if maybe we'll try to move a little bit of manure for a couple hours. I don't know. So follow along, see what we get into here today. All right, we are gonna spread a little bit of manure here until the hay is dry enough to chop, which I'm not sure when that will be. I think we're still mowing, Not positive, not totally positive. But one thing I do know, we are moving manure. I just took my first load down. Field condition is fine to spread with the tractor, not with the truck. So yeah, we're gonna move it until we can't. These guys are hard at work again. So hopefully they can have a real good day. It's not supposed to rain at all today. So hit the hole first time, every time, as always. You can see, so the big day my father and I had last week, where we dropped at 14 inches, we're down to only probably 5-6 inches until we're back to the level we were. So we're probably making, 30-40 loads a week. Honestly, it's kind of what it feels like when you factor in all the rain. Gosh, that sun feels good. Like really, really, really good. Field's actually pretty good. It's the only spot that's really wet is right here in front of me, which is because this road doesn't really have a ditch. Just all the water kind of runs off down into the field, and this is the low spot on the whole headland. But it's the field I spread pack manure in last week, and we're blasting the top of it with some of this liquid. Should be good quality manure. They're agitating and it's nice and thick. The riper the smell, usually the higher the quality. We're kind of at the opposite end. This is our big flat, so you can see the farm at the far end. We've got this end of the flat planted and the far end of the flat planted. The reason we did that is because this half over here we ripped last fall, so it was drier. So he started planting over here until he got to the edge, and then started at the far end where Jack had started ripping and worked his way this way. So probably 50 of this 110 are planted. It's a big new seeding piece over there. I don't know how well you guys can see it. And then the bottom of that big hill over there is wheat. That's got to get seeded this summer. Old girl's running warm. When you're pulling this close to home, pumping thick manure, everything gets warmed up. So we can probably walk back and feel that manure pump, put a new Gemini pump on this truck about 2 weeks ago now. It's warm, but it's not hot. So, turning about 5-6 loads an hour, that's pretty good to not be hot, pumping this thick manure that many loads that close to home. So we'll just keep on keeping on until that hay is ready. I know they mentioned we're gonna go check it out after lunch. the stuff they mowed yesterday. We will be dump carting. I'm probably going to throw the 8200 on the cart. We've been running that 9320, but I'm just about sick of hooking and unhooking this thing. The 8200, the downfall is I got to put blower motors in it, so there's no AC, anything like that in it. That's on our to-do list here this summer, but it's kind of a pain. The way I understand, you got to take the seat out of the cab. It's quite a project. But it's only, like I said, right now it's probably 55. It's supposed to hit 70 today, but that shouldn't be hot enough to cook me out of there. I'll just keep the back window open and yeah, we'll rock on. All right, guys, just braked for lunch. Headed up here. Gonna check this hay that they started mowing yesterday. A lot of the neighbors got hay mowed or merged up already, but they probably mowed it long before we did. A lot of people chopping. Like a lot of people are going at it here. Our R450 is down, so we are down to one more. At the moment, parts won't be in for 3 or 4 days, so that's disappointing. But we do still have our 4990 out running. Yeah, let's see what the scoop here is. This is our oldest seeding, so there is a lot of grass in it, so that might help us. And it is up on a knob here. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's gonna go. Yep, she'll go at it for sure. Yes, sir. Good deal. I'll take a wad of this back just to show them what it feels like, but yeah, right here it feels pretty darn good. All right, got the new to us cart hooked on the 8200 here. Gonna take it down the shop, grease it, wash the windows off on this 8200. Then I'll come up, I'll get the 8850 that's on our other cart. I'll have this one being fueled up while I go get that one. We'll get that one greased and ready to go. And yeah, I think we'll go get rocking. Definitely spongy ground. We're not cutting in too bad. You can see there the mower's cut in just a little bit. Over there it looks like probably this tractor cut in. But we're gonna get it off. That's part of the reason they mowed this field first, because it's an older seeding. Not as worried about it. Figured we probably better head loaded on the cornfield as much as we can. Just keep the tracks and compaction off of that hay. It is spongy, like spongy. So certainly safe to say that the second dump cart was a pretty well-timed purchase, I guess. Rocking along, about half done here. The neighbors are over there now. I think they got a pair of 990 Clauses, and they got quite a fleet of trucks. One semi, 1, 2, 3, 4 10-wheelers in the field. I think they're running 3 or 4 carts. So, yeah, they're hammering down. Oh well, they're still jealous of the old 8850, that's for sure. There's some sharp looking trucks though. Alfalfa is a lot more of a pain to dump cart than corn. Corn kind of flows out of the cart better. Alfalfa, especially when it's like a really high quality sugary plant, it's sticky. It kind of sticks together and it packs into the cart. So then when you're dumping, it kind of comes out in big wads. Where with corn, it just flows out real nice. So you kind of got to feather it a little bit lighter. You know, you don't just lift up and dump. You kind of got to stop it and kind of have it fall out that way. You get used to it, and I mean, when you got to use a cart, you got to use a cart. They're the only option you really have. But yeah, it's definitely a little more of a pain. All right, so it is 5:30. The next field of alfalfa is not dry enough, which makes sense. I mean, we just started mowing it this morning, and we haven't really had much heat. I mean, I guess it's 70. I guess we got some heat, but it's not like hot. It's not windy, nothing like that. So we're gonna go plant some corn. I'm gonna hop in the disc. Bob is hopping in the planter. Jack's going to rip. So that's the next plan of attack here. Some of what we're going to hit's already been disced, but then we got rained out. So I'm just gonna scratch the top of that, break up the clods and the crust. I don't think there's a ton of it, maybe 10 acres or something. And then after that, it'll be stuff that hasn't been disced yet before. Yeah, walking right along. See these brown spots? Those are what you gotta be worried about, but we're kicking up dust, so hopefully we can continue doing that. It's definitely dark where I'm working at, because it's just the top that's dried out and not the bottom, but yeah, that's definitely sticky down in there. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. Yeah, definitely sticky. Like too wet. That's too wet. Woo! Once those rubber rollers start dragging, it turns into just a big old bulldozer. Let's see if we can pull through that. Didn't really want to have to fold the whole disc up. I've had to do that before. I think we're gonna have to. All right then. So we'll just fold her all the way up here, I guess. And then we'll just cross our fingers. Alright, yep, something like that. And now I got a mess to clean up another day. Okay. I was finally able to get those discs cleaned out a little bit. I'm gonna try to level off that little patch there. safe to say we're going to abandon ship. Because if that's wet, then that's wet. And Jack was just telling me what he's ripping, because he's ripping the center of the field, as I said this morning, and you know, that's all going to be wet. So there's no point in planting just up here and not the whole row. That's just going to, I don't know. That's just a mess. There's no point in forcing it and mudding it in. We're late, but we're not that late, if that makes any sense. Next week, we've got 80s and sun all week. It is hard to leave work at 6 o'clock when it's, you know, it is nice out and you feel like you should be doing something, but when the hay's too wet and the corn ground's too wet, yeah, see, even through here, all these dark spots, that's trouble. And there's no point in plugging up the corn planter, plugging up all the units with mud. Those of you guys who have done that before know how bad that sucks. So we're gonna get back to the road, and we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna pack it up. See, like this dip here, I pulled through it fine coming down, but it was wet. But I don't know. I'm not gonna trust. I'm just not gonna trust it after what just happened, because getting one of these things sucks, or stuck really sucks, like big time. Yeah. All right. We're done. We're done. That's so frustrating. Just want to go. Just want to get something done, but not the hand we were dealt this spring, I guess. Hey guys, well, we're headed home, I guess. Jack's gonna finish ripping that field. He said for the most part he can rip it, so he's gonna try to get that done. And like I said, it'll probably be next week before we're able to plant anymore. Rain coming tomorrow at 3 o'clock, according to my phone. So we've got a pretty big, probably about 100-acre field to do to get picked up in the morning of hay. And we'll go from there. It's kind of just been the most wild spring as far as trying to plan literally anything. So just kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. So yeah, well, anyways, hope you guys got something from this video. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next one. Rock on, guys.